and well. I forgot. The intros are gonna be rude now. I can't sit down anymore. Anyway, hello and welcome back to another episode of Hollow Knight. In the last episode, we did it. We saved the freaking world. At least in the past we did, now it's all back to normal. But we got the true ending. We defeated the previous light, which was a giant moth, and we beat her ass. And yeah, a lot of lore happened as well, because we kind of like possessed the void and like can control it in any way we want. We're kind of like overpowered, and just check the last episode, you know. But in this episode, it's finally time to make our way to the last chunk of content in the junk pit, where there lies a cocoon that we can still open, and there's still so much there we can do. But before we do that, let's finish off all the little things first, by first reading about the freaking radiance. The light forgotten. The plague, the infection, the madness that haunts the corpses of Hallownest. The light that screams out from the eyes of the dead kingdom. What is the source? I suppose mere mortals like myself will never understand. That's kind of weird that he says that, actually, because what? Isn't the radiance the source? What are you talking about? Hello? I guess the hunter has a little note about the infection without knowing it's specifically the radiance, even though it says it right there, the radiance, the light forgotten. It is weird. Okay, so I guess he doesn't know about the radiance specifically. But yeah, that is the infection. Alright, so the first thing I want to do, that's hard actually to say. I kind of want to have enough money to finally get my unbreakable strength and get that all sorted out, but I'm still not close enough at all. I need 15k. But I also want to check out some characters we have not checked in a while, or maybe just one character, and that is Sheo. If you remember, first of all, we have a new nail art to show him that we haven't showed him yet from Oro, but there's also something special going on there that we should definitely check on. So I think we can just... Can we do that? Ooh, why is that like specifically a very high jump? Okay, it's not that hard. Okay. Whee! Oof! Why do they always place spikes at the end of Crystal Dash sections? I don't get it. Back at the hut of Sheo, once we enter it, we see that Sheo and the Nail Master are here together, crafting cute little things. This is where the nailsmith went when you saved him. He finds a new calling in life. Well, let's talk to Sheo first. Oh, look who joined us. We have quite a merry crowd now, don't we? This fellow came wandering into my hut, quite distraught and on his own quest for a new calling in life. We talked and found a common love of creating and building and honing a craft. So we make art together. It's good to have company. I hadn't realized how lonely I was. It's like being with my brothers again. Stay with us if you like. So, you met my brother Oro and convinced him to teach you his nail arts. It's been a long time since I've seen him. I wonder how much he's changed. He always seemed to be haunted by something, though I never learned what. No matter the distance between us though, we are still brothers. I hope that passing down his learnings to you brought him some happiness. I think it did. And I gave him a flower. That charm! Only the great nail sage could have given that to you. Oh yeah, he talks about the nail sage charm. Seeing how strong you've become, it almost makes me want to take up my nail once more. But no, I should stay on my current path and keep working at my art. If the great nail sage ever comes by, I want to show him how far I've come. Building these models takes patience and a light touch. It's worth it though, seeing the grand old knight of Hallownest come to life before our eyes. Yeah, they're crafting the 5 great knights here. I guess Dung Defender and one of the guards. Mighty Hatchimal was always my favorite. More lore about the 5 great knights here, Mighty Hatchimal. What a towering figure he was, though surprisingly soft-spoken for one so large. They were all impressive in their own right, of course. Fierce Drya, kindly Isma, mysterious Samir, and the other one. Wait, who is he missing? I guess just Dung Defender. Why are you forgetting Ogrim? You're building him right now. Oh no, he's building False Knight actually, never mind. He's building Hatchimal. I see. What are you thinking? My brother Oro. Yeah, okay. Same thing. That's so beautiful. So, the nailsmith. How are you doing? Oh, hello, traveler. How strange that we should meet again in a world as fast as this. I must thank you for not killing me when I asked you to. I was irritated at first, but I had some time to think up there, and I soon saw the wisdom in your decision. The world is made of more than metal and weapons. I set out exploring and soon found my way here. Sheo is a master of many arts, and has promised to teach me what he can. I think I'll be quite happy here. And this is where you finally get the achievement for happy couple if you save the nailsmith. Which implies what? I don't know. Happy couple. People always say like they're in a relationship or something. I think that's a little too far. I think happy couple just means a simple happy couple. Happy two people because they found things to do here. That's how I see it. Look at him stroking that thing. Okay, whoa. We're building a full suit of the kingdom's knights. In their time, I barely ever paid them attention, but Shio keenly remembers each. It's so refreshing, nothing like the crude practice of nail work. I just love all the intricate details. This is fabulous. I'd never have believed my class capable of such deft construction. An age spent toiling alone. This is much nicer. I feel you. It really gets lonely out there. Now, this is not the only thing they could be doing here. They could also have hot, steamy... No, I'm kidding. As you can see, they also painted each other here. But I don't know if I immediately trigger it if I just like leave here and come back. But they have different things they could do in their hut. Yes, there you go. The classic one and only. He's painting the nailsmith. Paint me like one of your French stags. What do you have to say about this? So, your travels have brought you back. What have you learned? How have you grown? Myself, I'm still trying to capture something with my brush, although I'm not quite sure what the thing is. I think that's just his general dialogue though. I spare brushes and plenty of paint. Once you tire off the nail, feel free to join me in my art. But what about you? I'm afraid I can't speak at length. If I move too much, Shio's masterwork will be ruined, and I'd hate to see him upset. Though he may seem imposing, in truth he's a delicate sort. In all the dark of Hallownest, who would have thought I'd meet such an inspiring soul? This is so awesome. We will definitely also visit the other nail masters soon enough. So now let's I guess just sell our last arcane egg and see what Lem has to say for that. I brought you a yummy omelette. It might be black, it might be very overcooked, but you'll probably like it. A fourth arcane egg? Egg? Nice curry reference. I wouldn't have believed it possible. I'd never met a bug with your knack for uncovering this kingdom's treasure. I don't think I've ever seen this dialogue actually. You must have some sort of sense about you, or maybe these eggs are somehow drawn to you. My fellows have claimed there's a will of sorts within each egg, that each seeks its own bearer, or reject them. That be a subtle power indeed, and I remain skeptical. Relic seekers are prone to confusing facts with fable. Looks like you don't have any relics. Ah, it's sad that he doesn't have special dialogue for like sending all your relics, because that was everything. That is everything ever. That brings us to 9,000, which is not enough. I guess we might finish that whole money thing in another episode, but in today's episode I just wanna enter this place because it has so much stuff to it and we gotta get it covering and stop getting hit. So luckily we have that little shortcut we can enter from the nailsmith place and we go down here. And so we are back, and what I recommend here, I should have probably placed it at the top. Okay, let me do that actually. Let's say like right on this platform is put a dream gate here. Because it's always nice to easily return here, because it's quite far away-ish. Anyway, our last simple key that we have been refusing to use is finally gonna get used. A cocoon chained with a simple lock. Use simple key. Now this is the last content that was added into Hollow Knight, and it's definitely good to save it for the very end. Because this content is gonna be something, alright? So we open it and it reveals a chunky little guy. And that's it. Oops, okay. I didn't know I could already dream nail them. I thought I should have collected the item first. Okay, well let's see. Do they know I do not have the item with me? Blasphemy! Rank blasphemy! I don't want to skip it. Hello? Wow. I'm just skipping through the text. Thou crawler, thou cringer! Oh, no. Thou smallest of the small. But hello, okay. By what right dost thou trespass here, in this home of the gods? Shrivel away and be gone. Be gone! I don't want to skip. I'm kind of curious actually what happens when I enter this place without the item. But anyway, welcome to a brand new place. We do not have a map of this area, and this is just like the White Palace. We can enter and leave, and this is its own complete area. None other than Godhome. Or just like Rome, or some ancient Rome. Look at that background. This is one of the most beautiful places ever, and I spent so much time here, as you'll see. Let's check it out. It feels weird not having the item. I don't know what's gonna happen now. We got these little guys who don't say anything. Seeker of Gods. Actually, it might be good that I don't have the item just yet. Attune. So we are in this sort of godly place for only the highest of highest people. I mean, that seems like a right place for me. So before we go down, up here is actually a nice bench with a whole crowd here. So, very nice. There's plenty of secrets in here too. Nothing up here, and I don't want to go to the right just yet. Let's go through here. So, once we go through here, we see some doors. But since we did not pick up the item... Never mind. Okay, never mind. Wait. Then what does the item do? Okay, maybe we should just pick up the item. Anyway, we open this door. And we can challenge it. We open this door. And we challenge it. This door, same thing. Now the thing is, they won't always open if you have not done some specific things. To the right here, there is a gate here. I guess let's just ignore that item for as long as possible. I know it gives a percentage, but I don't care. Once you enter one of these doors, you can challenge it. Pantheon of the Master. Seek the gods of nail and shell. With bindings you can put on, and I mean, I like clicking buttons. And then begin. These are boss rushes. From all the bosses that we have fought in the game, we will have to fight them back to back in these epic pantheons. Now the locks you saw upon them before we opened these are actually all the bosses that are required to open this gate, aka the bosses that you're gonna fight in this. So basically, once you do not have all the bosses, you are able to look at them, and it actually has a nice little sprite art showing you which ones you have and which ones you haven't. I guess let's just jump right away into the first one and see what it is all about. So, the first Pantheon here. Pantheon of the Master. Seek the gods of nail and shell. Before you can begin, you get options to put on bindings. Now what does that mean? It means restrictions in normal English vocabulary. Basically, you can allow yourself to have a harder challenge by restricting either your nail, shell, which is your life, charms, and your soul. Or put them all at the same time, which is omega hard, and I don't know if I can do that. But I definitely want to show all of these off. So let's put on at least one. So nail basically reduces your nail damage to 13 damage if you, assuming you have it fully upgraded right now. The masks make your life go down to 4, so that's even less than what you started with. Charms makes you just unable to use any charms. And soul allows you to only have 1 charge of soul at a time. Soul is definitely the easiest one here, because you have all your killing skills still left, and then you definitely don't need that much soul anymore. Charms is actually really hard. You wouldn't think so, but you're gonna get so used to things like strength and quick slash that once you do not have them, it's really hard. Shell might be the hardest, because you're just so fragile to die at any moment. And nail, it just makes everything take much longer. It's definitely not the hardest. But since this is the first Pantheon, let's do one of the hardest bindings, I guess, to start it off with. We're gonna do shell, so let's enter the Pantheon of the Master. I do not even know what my charms are. Oh my god. Maybe we should retry, actually, now that I think about it. Whoopsies. Definitely, if we're gonna do it with the binding. Wretch, thou hast ordained thine own destruction. Through sacred combat are we attuned to this kingdom's greatest beings. By entering this gate, thou hast challenged the very gods of this kingdom. Dost thou consider thyself the equal of this pantheon, of its masters? Draw thy weapon then, fool of fools, and be damned for thy arrogance. So this is basically what this play is about. The guy that we dream-nailed is some sort of all-ego guy that worships these gods or something, and since we entered it, he does not believe we are cool enough to beat them, and he thinks we are a cringer, but let's prove him wrong. Starting off with the Vengefly, as you can see at our life. Actually, our health is at 6, because we have our fragile hearts, which is amazing, because this would have otherwise been very hard. Yes, we do not start with like Grasmothers. It's sometimes a pretty weird order, but for the most part, it's just gonna be in the order you like fought them in. So expect in this first Pantheon just a bunch of noob bosses. I have no clue what my charms are. But yeah, this guy should be pretty easy, but look at this music, look at the background. I think they are all just like a little stronger, because otherwise the Vengeful King would have died in one spell, I believe. Yeah, because otherwise they would have been such a pushover that they all would have like get one-shotted, so it's a good thing they buffed them a little bit. Then you go right to the next one, into Grossmother, and they're all like in their OG arena as well, in like a little box. Well, it's not their OG arena, of course, but you know what I mean. He's getting stuck in the ceiling, guys. Can you please help him? And boop, 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 boop. There you go. What are our charms? Let me check. Oh, actually, never mind. They were pretty good. They were from the Radiance boss fight. Burn, 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 burn. Next one, False Knife. Woohoo! It's been a long time not seeing you. But yeah, this is not the hard one. This is just the beginning one. This great shield belongs to me. The music is so epic. But yeah, this is where I spend. This is where you're gonna spend most of your hours in this Godhome area, because there's so much to do here with fighting bosses and stuff. And it's definitely one of the hardest content in the game. He still throws his rocks. Boom, 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 boom. Let's get some soul. Oh, hello. Okay, there you go. This great job belongs to me. Well, not anymore. And that was our third boss. Mossy, 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 Mossy. I love him. Massive Moss Charger. Let's pet him. Let's pet him. Pet, pet, pet. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. Oh, he's petting me back. Oh, no, 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 no. Guys, don't worry, don't worry. He's just gonna sleep. He's just gonna sleep. Also, sorry if the bitrate explodes every time I kill a boss. That's just how it is. And we have Hornet. What are you doing here? Now, Hornet is a special case. First of all, custom music for this boss. But second of all, she has custom dream dialogue that is not from her regular boss. So, let's get her staggered and see. Do you haunt my dreams or I yours? Little ghost, what dreams we share? So she is like, she knows what's going on, sort of. She's like aware of what's going on. So I don't know what really is happening. Maybe she's like sleeping or something. Let's check it out. Do they watch us struggle? Do you haunt my dreams or I yours? Yeah, so she's also sort of dreaming. And she's like really here with us. So I don't know how you're really doing that. But yeah, for all the main character bosses, they have special dialogue. And boom, after Hornet, we get into this little rest area where you can heal up all your soul and redecide if you want different charms or whatever before you go into the second half. You only get one of these rooms, so make sure to use it. I don't think we can interact with any of these guys. No. How many bosses did we fight? 5, right? Yeah. Which 3 of them were like, actually all of them except for Hornet were pushovers. But believe it or not, even the first Pantheon could be a little hard. Could be pretty tough. Because the second part here is not easy. So, Gorb! And I like that all the arenas are so, like, in team with them. And this one is, like, all misty from where Gorb was in the Howling Cliffs. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum, bum. And I think they're all also a little stronger, the dream bosses. Because Gorb definitely should have already, like, died, I feel like. And I gotta be safe with my soul, or my health, I mean. I'm happy that we have the health thing, because that makes it a lot easier. And boom, that's a Gorb. And we got Dung Defender, but it's the easy one, so we can just push him out of the ground. I don't know if... does he have custom dialogue? Oh. Stop. For the honor of the fight. No, this is just his regular dialogue. This is definitely the area, because you're gonna refight so many bosses where you're gonna learn how to play every boss perfectly, pretty much, and like super fast. And that's why you saw me in the Let's Play struggle so little with all the bosses, and that's just all because of this area. It's not because I practice every boss in my own save files or something. No, it's just because of this area making you basically perfect every boss. Soul Warrior, on the other hand, is not a boss I would say I perfected, because I hate him. Ooh, that was some nice spell usage. I like that he has a City of Tears room as well. Hot take, I think Soul Warrior is harder than Soul Master, so I don't know what you're doing here, buddy. You should be in the last Pantheon. And boom, very anticlimactic death. So next one, Brooding Malik. I think this might be the last one of this section. Brooding Malik is always a little hard for me because he's always like, you know, pumping out attacks left or right, never stopping. Boop 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 boop. Let me try do one of these. Oh yeah, that still hit him easy. I definitely want to be full health after this. Boop, boink. And there you go, easy peasy. Brooding Malik down. Even he has his little ledge, like just like in this arena. Beautiful. And then you get to this final room with the person themselves, just a little thinner. I don't know what happened to you, man, but you got a little fat over time. Why hast thou crept into this pantheon, O meager one? The noise of thine wriggling creates much discord. Discord? Drowning out the godly resonance we attune ourselves to. Those thou mean to thwart our sacred goal, those envy drive thou to such madness. We pray that the gods of this kingdom punish thee, obliterate thee, utterly destroy thee. See? He thinks I'm a noob. I literally defeated the entire infection for you. Creep on, meager one, and may the gods utterly destroy thee. But I guess he didn't get much of that memo because he was stuck in that cocoon for a while. O gods of Hellenist, show us your might. We shall attune ourselves to thee and ascend even higher. They could all just be Gorps because of their heads. But yeah, they're trying to ascend and like worshipping the gods to do that. The Pantheon is not over. After you've done those 2 sections and you get to this room, there is one more boss left. And not just any boss. A brand new boss. Nil Master Oro. We're finally fighting one of the Nil Masters. And he is Engi. This is the one that taught us the dash slash. And you will see that soon enough. He is gonna use his own Nil arts. As you can see, he's gonna stand all the way to the left. And there you go. I think it does 2 damage. I'm not sure. But an easy boss fight, bro. Easy. Oh! Oopsie. Brothers Oroamato! It's a 2v1! And it's definitely not easy. Normally I really tank a lot of these hits in this one. But now I can't. So they do, most of the times they do like 1 per 1. And the other one here from the Howling Cliffs with his Cyclo Slash. We're between them. Get out of there. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I just like to use a lot of Shade Souls here and just like dash and run tactic. Boop, 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 and pew, 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 pew. And well, if you guys are gonna keep doing that 1 by 1, then I'm fine with that. Okay, dash slash or cyclo slash. Boop, boop, boop. Ooh, okay, I hit them a little bit. Okay, come at me, bros. Dude, look at this. Oh my god. Okay, they both attacked, and that's one. Don't know who I killed. I think that was Oro. Yes, that was definitely Oro. Mato! I'm safe! Okay, I'm not safe. It's fine though, it's fine. And boom! Bamas. It's a beautiful boss fight. We've seen them all like hate each other and go all their different ways, but in here, they fight together like they used to. And then it shows you your time, 10 minutes. And it shows you which binding you've completed, which was the shell. It's not required for 112%, but it will give you something extra, which we'll definitely go over. And it shows us right there. Boom, we're done with that one. And it actually gives us 1% per Pantheon, so we're at 108%. I still don't know why we need to collect that item then. I guess we're gonna grab it now. So let's leave out of here. And sayonara. So once we leave, bro is struggling a little bit. We can already listen to them though. Hallowed lands, tune gods. Yeah, you saw me be an absolute goat, you can't believe it. But this item is actually something really cool. The God Tuner. At least I thought it was really cool, but it does nothing. Device that resonates with being of great power. Seek the gods of Hellenes, tune their power through their strength and ascent. Right here. I guess it shows the progress of the Pantheons, and it shows there's 4 actually. Device that resonates with beings of great power. Glows bright upon defeating mighty foes. So basically what I thought this item was is, once you have this item and you defeat a boss here in the overworld, it shows a little indication of you've tuned this boss, basically you've captured this boss or something. And that's how I thought they were like registering inside of the Pantheons and make you able to unlock the gates. Apparently you don't need that item, and you can just already enter the pantheons, and so I don't know what this item is for then. I mean, it is for a percentage, because we're at 109%, so you do need it, but otherwise, it's useless. It's literally useless. Anyway, let's go back. Let's explore around the lands a little bit, and see what we can work with. So that's the first pantheon, we have the second, the third one. The thing showed us a fourth one, which is probably here. On top of here, we have our bench again, and this little machine. Up here we can't do anything. And to the right, whee, is just a little lake of soul, I believe. Yes. Yum, 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 yum. Little guy. Hello. Our mind a sea. That's true. You all have like this hive mind. Under here though, there's a little hallway with some more guys. Seek power. With an open door. But also this blue door. Now every time we see blue in this game, we all know it has to do with lifeblood. That's for this as well. But we can't open it. As you see around this door, we have a lot of these notches. 16 to be exact. As you can see, there's 3 of these bigger ones. And we've already gotten one of these. And that's because every binding we do corresponds to 1 notch here. The more notches we do, the closer we get to one of these big circles. And the door actually opens. So we need to do at least 8 of them to see what's behind this door. But for now we only have 1. We have this other door though, and this is always one of the coolest parts in any Let's Play I watch or when I enter this myself. This is such a like mind-blowing moment for me. We're in this room. We have this little thing to inspect. The Hall of Gods. What we see here is a list with all the bosses we have fought. From Grossmother to Vengeful King to Brooding Malik all the way down to Nightmare King Grim. And as you can see, we did a lot of bosses. But also, we didn't do every boss. And that's not because we missed a few bosses here. It's because the rest of the bosses are all found in this place itself. 1 under Mantis Lords, 1 under Nosk, and 4 at the right here. But what does this list have to offer? Well, once you go to the right here, you come upon one of these platforms, and getting close to them, it creates a statue of Grossmother, to be exact, and nice little enemies in the background. And you can challenge it. Grossmother, slumbering god of fertility. And yes, they really do see them all as gods. This is the slumbering god of fertility. What a name to have. Once we go to the next platform, the Vengeful King, which is the god of territories, and so on and so forth. Brooding Malik, False Knight, with a little thing right there, Hornet. Every boss can be challenged here, and thus you have unlimited practice for any boss you want here at any time you want. And as you can see, we have 2 options for them. But before I dazzle with that, actually, let's just go through all the statues here. For statues like these with 2 little things here, that's because they have 2 versions. We have the False Knight, of course, Angry God of the Downtrodden. But if you Dream Nail it, you get the second version, which is the Failed Champion. And that is for every boss that has 2 versions. For example, Hornet here, but Hornet has a lever instead of a dream thing, because Hornet just had 2 regular versions. God Protector of a Fading Land. So Hornet is a god, but I am not. We got this big platform, must be Mossy. Yeah, Mossy. And these statues are so cool as well. Flukemar, boom. Mantis Lords, and as you can see, a little sneak peek right here. Mantis Lords has 2 notches, but we only know of 1 version, so that already says something. Which is great, by the way, because Mantis Lords is awesome. Ablobles, which we defeated really fast. Did we ever read about Ablobles, actually? Well, let's read about Nailmaster Oromato, actually. Brothers of the Nail, trained in combat by the great Nail Sage. Gods by toil and nail bound, brothers sworn to guard the weak. Masters of the sacred ground, help us find the god we seek. Prayer to the masters. So this is a quote from, well, one of these god seeker guys here, because even they are considered gods. But yeah, this is also where we find all the rest of the journal entries, of the secret journal entries, because there's just a bunch of bosses that we still need to fight. The Hive Knight, the Broken Vessel and the Lost Kin. Nosk, second version. Interesting. Collector. The God Tamer. Oh, this is always so satisfying to do. I'm enjoying my moment. Crystal Guardian and a Rage Guardian. Umu, Trade Lord, and Zod. Now for Zod, this is just his version with his max minions, but like just 1 damage. Which is good. False God, conjured by the lonely. And then there's this gate here as well. So there's more secrets to find. Let's go all the way to the left and back. On top of here, we have the second row of bosses and a bench. And this is where we will find these little guys as well. The Soul Warrior, the Soul Master and Tyrant, the Dung Defender and White Defender. And the great thing about like the Pale Court DLC as well that I talked about in the White Palace episode. Watch your nights. Is that they also included like more of these statues of the new bosses they made in here as well for you to refight, as if it was all implemented in the lore. And that's just so cool that they even went out to do that. And they even made their own pantheon of the new bosses they made. So Pale Court DLC might do that for a video. Anyway, we have all the dream bosses here. And this is why people hate Markov. We will get to that. We will get to that. Anyway, Galleon. We have Gorp, Elder Hu. And this is where the Pantheon bosses are. Look how epic that statue is. Lawyer Brother, Gods of the Nail. And as you might expect, no statues here yet. And you can inspect them. I hone my craft at the Pantheon's peak, giving you a little hint on where to find them, which is all just at the Pantheon peak. So basically, if you don't have all of these bosses just yet, they all have their own little clues saying where they are, in case you have missed them. And that is very handy if you miss like a few little guys. And then we also, of course, have Grim and Nightmare King Grim. And then also another gate. And yeah, that leads us back here. What you may notice though is that the Hollow Knight and the Radiants are missing. And that's well because they are final bosses. You can always refight them in the Black Egg Temple. It makes sense because they are for endings and stuff. But at the same time, could have been included here as well. Like, what does it matter? But there's much more to this than just practice. So let's just enter one of these. Let's just do Grossmother. It's the perfect example. And just go into Attuned. Once you do that, you just fight them like normal. It's just the regular old boss. Boom, boom, boom. Pew, 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 pew. There you go. Boom. Once you do that, you get a little badge. A little bronze badge. You can get that for any one of them you want. But there's also an Ascended version. And what that means is it's a little harder than the regular one. I think I want to get Shaman Stone. Going into the Ascended version, there could be 2 things. First of all of the Ascended bosses always are gonna do double their original damage. So 2 damage for this one. But they could also have a spiced up arena. Just like Grossmother, which now has 3 little platforms and some little spikies in the middle. And believe it or not, but that actually makes this fight a lot harder. As you can see, 2 damage. 2. And also, I forgot, they have more health as well. All like a significant amount more. But we did it. So more health, more damage, double the damage output. So yes, the people that do 2 damage already are gonna do 4 damage. And then, for some cases, a more spiced up arena. But once you do that, you're not done just yet. You can do more, even after that. So after getting your silver, the little badge, you unlock Radiant. And Radiant is even harder. The boss stays the same from the last time, but now it one-shots you. Yippee! We love good one-shotting bosses content. So let's see if I can do this. I'm not the best at doing these hitless. I did a series in the past on my channel where I tried to do these bosses on Radiant, and I defeated some of the hard ones, but not all of them. It's a hard task and I'm being extra careful. Nice, and we did it first try. I don't want to jump into the spikes, but yeah, even the spikes one-shot you. And doing that gives you the shining bright medal, completing the statue. That's all you can do. You can do this for every boss, and some are ridiculously hard on Radiant version. Now I'm not gonna do all of these because this is all not required for 112%, but there is a little secret you can get by doing all of these on any difficulty you like. So we're definitely gonna show off that, but definitely between episodes I'll do that. I'll go over the things that change though for these guys that all have an arena change or anything interesting. First of all, the Vengefly King on Ascended doesn't have an arena change, but it just has double the bosses. Like, why not? It just has 2 guys. That's about it. It makes it a little harder. And they have more, like a bunch more health actually. It is still easy. It just takes a long while and you just gotta stay patient here. I'm not gonna actually try to defeat them. Let me just die. I just want to show you guys the purpose here. So boom, you just get kicked out of here and that's it. This guy also has a difference on his Ascended version. He doesn't have a little ledge platform anymore. It's just flat ground. Which might not change much, you think, but at the same time it does, because he can walk pretty much everywhere now instead of always standing on this little platform. So this does make it quite a bit harder, but I think I'm owning him at the same time, so... Boom, there you go. False Knight has no difference, Hornet has no difference, Mossy no difference, no difference, no difference, no difference, no difference. Nosk though is a really annoying change, because it doesn't have the cheese platform anymore like the Green Malik. It's just flat ground and makes Nosk quite a challenge actually. Yeah, especially on Radiant, like, good luck with that. Oop, yeah, holy moly. And then also more health. Oop, oop. Ooh, good spell usage. Hey, I did it actually, wow. No way I'm doing that on Radiant. The Collector also has a difference and it's kind of fun. Instead of spawning those little enemies, it just spawns the stronger versions of the enemies. As you can see, it spawns the Colosseum ones. So the big fly, the primal Espit, and the big roly-polies as well. Here, can we... Yeah, there, that guy. Yeah, definitely not hard at all, because I could still one-shot them all. Funny little change. God Tamer, no change. Crystal Guardian, no change. Umu has the worst change. Umu is just changed completely. So we'll save that for when we actually find Umu in the Pantheon. Because even a tuned version is going to be changed. Trader Lord, no difference. Griprit Sword, no difference. Nightmare King Grim, no difference. I guess Nightmare King Grim does have a little difference. It has bottomless pits at the side of the thing, but it doesn't really matter. All the Dream Warriors do have a little of a difference. Not this guy though. They all have like different little arenas. For example, Gorb has little holes in his platform now. And it's now just 3 platforms. Galleon has no difference. Markov does have a difference though. And this is where the hate of Markov has spawned from. The floor is gone. This boss was already cruel and fast-paced and annoying. Now he does 2 damage in here and has no floor. You could get bodied and then fall into the bottomless pit that there is. It's absolutely awful. I'm not even gonna try. Trust me, it may not look that hard, but it makes such a big difference. It is so impossibly hard. This is seen as one of the hardest bosses to do hitless in like these statue things. Zero has the same thing, he just has holes in his platform. Marmu actually has quite a funny one. He's now encased in thorns and now he bounces off quicker off of the walls. And yeah, he's just as playful as ever. I'm just kill me at this point. And No Eyes also has a completely different stage. It's like completely filled with thorns, thorn platforms at the bottom, and like a weird layout of this little spike in the middle. It makes her pretty annoying to hit, but I think, in my opinion, it's actually easier in this arena. Probably because I'm pretty used to this one now. Because it's way more open. Like, that's the only downside. You could get knocked into the spikes from the ghost. At least, well, okay, the double damage makes it harder, of course, but only arena-wise. And there you go. Watcher Knights, no difference. Dark Defender, White Defender, no difference, no difference. I guess there's a difference here. On the Ascended version, he also spawns like his little ghosts, but we have seen that already when we fought him a second time, so it's not new. In case you're struggling with any boss in the Pantheon, here's the place you can practice them in. And also good to know, really important to know actually, once you encounter one of the new bosses in the end of the Pantheon, you get them unlocked right here as well right away. You don't even have to beat them. For example, Oro and Mato. So you can go in here, practice a ton out of the new boss, and then go back into the Pantheon to first try it, hopefully. Anyway, that's where I'm going to be leaving it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is going to be epic to go through here. There's plenty to do. Join me all on this epic Godmaster adventure in the next episode, where we're going to continue into the second Pantheon and cover more secrets this place has to offer. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all then. Subscribe.